Hello lovelies! Today I'm sharing 7 trends that are fresh off the presses from the Devil Wears Prada 2 that are going to inspire your outfits for the rest of 2026. And you know what? I'm not mad about it because the 7 that I'm sharing with you today are very wearable, and I have a little list of what to cobble together to not necessarily recreate these looks because I already did that video. So make sure to watch that after this, but more of like some of the things that are coming out of it that you can easily integrate into your existing wardrobe, because that's what we're here for. We're here for a fashion moment and to make getting dressed in the morning easier. Welcome back. And if you're new, I'm Ziva and I'm so happy you're here. Make sure to hit the subscribe and notification button so that you don't miss a video. I would love to have you as a part of the community. The first trend that's probably the least wearable one, but we'll start with the hard one first, which is unlike me. I like to start with easy, but it's also a fun one. It's sequins. There's no occasion that's too small or insignificant to bring out these sequins. Whether it is these work moments, like low-key crashing out about a work disaster like she does in this scene with Emily. And by the way, I loved Emily's characterization. I thought it was spot on. But whether it is just like casually doing it in this way, or if you're having a complete emotional breakdown in the middle of the Duomo in Milan, sequins were there and they are embedded in so many different places. My problem with sequins is if they're not done right, then it's really easy to be uncomfortable, but I feel like sequins have come a really long way. I've found a couple of pieces from Anthropologie is on Sanctuary sewn on the sequins in a way that just don't feel cumbersome. It's kind of an entry point to sequins. An easy way to do it is with a scarf. So we saw kind of like that detail draped around the neck. So you could even do just like a regular shirt and have just that sequin detail so that you have an option to take it on and off. It's always a really great way to incorporate a trend because it's low risk. Like if it feels wrong when you're out there in the wild, you can just be like, just kidding, and take it off. I feel that way a lot about like animal prints. Like if you're gonna step out in like the new Bambi print, then maybe doing like a Bambi print scarf or belt is a very safe way to do it. So why were sequins everywhere? Just as the ultimate way to have the light catch your outfit and just to really shine and steal the spotlight. If you're like, I'm not gonna be wearing sequins, it doesn't matter how wearable or not itchy they are, they're just like, they still like remind you of like your ballet recitals, kind of do that for me too. Then you can also do metallics, and there was that beautiful purple dress moment in the Rabanne, a metallic fabric that felt very sequin-ish, but it was more of a metallic material. So that's a great way to do it. Another amazing way to add sequins is with a handbag. And Rabanne has beautiful handbags if you're willing to invest more. So my favorite sequin bags are by Zara. They just like age really well. And this one here that I did wear in Milan a few years ago that I still have and wear to date is by Zara. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a lot of bling for your buck. Now kind of a 180 from that are the pleated skirts. And boy, equal parts preppy and feminine. Like these skirts were almost in every scene, whether it was Amari in her just like very like tightly corporately wound outfits, or it was like Hot Mess Andy just like running all over the streets. Pleated skirts were such a presence. And as I was watching this, it occurred to me, do all fashion films lead back to Clueless? Like, do all roads lead back there? Because it just gave me this very like preppy boarding school type of vibe. In any case, the pleated skirts are not only classic, but they're also really wearable, and you can find one in any budget, whether that is H&M all the way to Jenny Kane if you want to spend, you know, $24 or $400 and everything in between. Aritzia has this lovely lavender one that I feel is like a very color of the moment for spring, summer. Quince just has this new one back in stock that is just beautiful. It's like classic and quiet luxury. I'll put all my favorites here below on the description in a pinned comment here on YouTube Shopping whenever possible, and a QR code in case you're watching on your TV screen. Some of the ways to wear these pleated skirts, from a cardigan to a blazer, and then of course an Andy favorite, which was just with a white t-shirt untucked in just a very relaxed way. And I thought that was a great way to do high-low dressing, because typically pleated skirts just seem a little bit fancier, more dressy, and then of course that t-shirt brings it down. And so having that balance of something very dressy and classic and elegant, bringing it back to the people with a white t-shirt was just a really fun combination that I think a lot of people could see and be like, yeah, should totally do that. Let me know if you're a pleated skirt lover or not. You've been like wondering if you should bring that pleated skirt back out of your closet. This is it. The pleated skirt also has a lot of corporate and boss lady nuances that were never more present than with number 3, the power suits that we saw in this film. I don't know if they're taking a page out of Kris Jenner's book, because I feel like Kris Jenner has been like living and sleeping in like these like shoulder pad, like very serious power suits. Like, we get it. You're a mogul, you know, you're an oligarch of, you know, daughter management. It was like when Mark Zuckerberg was even wearing hoodies to surf in. Like, it was like, okay, we get it. You're in tech. You get the hoodie. Same thing with Kris. You're a boss lady. Understood. These were available in every iteration you could imagine, whether a pantsuit or a skirt suit. My personal favorite is Emily's Dior set that she had like a little cape on that was also, we'll get to that, those things, but this was a really great look. And bonus points if you're doing suits with pinstripes. Pinstripes dominated the whole scene here. Whether it was, this was probably my favorite, like this white pinstripe look in Milan, or this like navy separates that she also did in New York. But there was, or the Emily look that's kind of like the corset, very serious with like the wider leg pants. That's just, it's, I mean, that's one of my favorite outfits, I think, from the film. Okay, jump in at any time and let me know what your favorite look was. So are these power suits wearable? In my opinion, they absolutely are, because they tend to be really comfortable, especially in the way that we've seen them worn here, which is usually with like a slouchier, more languid trouser that feels really comfortable, and it's easy to just kind of forget that you're doing the thing, you know, like that you're in something very dressy. And then of course the blazer, it just kind of provides like armor. Sometimes it felt like when I used to work in corporate, I felt like my blazer was like my armor. The beauty about having these suits is that a lot of times you wear them as separate, add a lot to your wardrobe, especially if you wear the blazer with something a little bit more casual like denim, or the trousers with a t-shirt. So my favorite separates and suits are by Aritzia, Ralph Lauren, Anthropologie, Quince. They tend to give you options not only in inseams, but also you can find some at many different price points. Now, 180 from this are the casual looks. There were so many beautiful casual looks kind of peppered throughout the film. And I'm amazed that even though Andy is not a fashion girly, that she still is like casually rocking like Prada shoes and just separates by Phoebe Philo. And I mean, in one of her most casual looks, which is with a denim skirt, a tank top, and like a little vest, and sandals. Those sandals are Chanel. And I found a little section on Fashionphile that has a ton of these sandals for less than retail. So if you want to invest in a pair of Chanel sandals, it might be worth the look, because they tend to have really great prices for these shoes. There's also a really great pair of TORY BURCH sandals that look really similar to the Chanel ones. They're a lot more affordable, and Quince has some great ones as well. Another casual outfit that I love and have recreated many times, even like months ago, is this suede blazer one. I think I used this picture in other videos like earlier in the winter, because I thought it was such a great way to use suede to add texture to a very simple outfit. And this outfit is very simple, but she's wearing cuff jeans, which is another trend that we've seen a lot this year. The snakeskin print, which is such a great alternative to any other animal print, because it tends to be very elegant and subtle. And then she's got the fringe bag, which fringe we know is very in for 2026, kind of like reimagined boho. So we've seen a lot of these bags, but this suede blazer takes the outfit from being just like a whatever denim outfit to looking really elevated, and then suddenly becoming an actual look. Another favorite casual outfit is her first day of work look, which was the white polo, the braided brown belt, the white denim, and then the navy double-breasted jacket. That hers was by Margiela. The sandals she wore with this outfit were Ralph Lauren kind of like espadrille sandals. The thing I love about this casual look is that it's very simple and classic, and a look that we've seen a lot throughout the last 4 years, which is the use of the brown belt, like a rite of passage with old money. And then the polo is a return to sporty looks that the designers have used in so many ways this season. I also did a video on how to wear the sporty luxe trend, so make sure to check it out after this. Finishing the look off with a navy blazer that is quintessential country club look, kind of elevates everything. One of my favorite ones is by Zara. I wear it all the time and have had it for many years and it still looks brand new. But this look was one of my favorites. The bag that she wears repeatedly with a lot of her casual outfits, like in and out of every scene, is her Coach briefcase bag that I think is a very authentic bag choice for a journalist like her, where, you know, you do need to fit more things in there and, you know, it's not a designer bag. I mean, I personally love my Oleata bag. I think that that's a similar bag to the Coach Metro in case you can't find it. The other time that she wears this bag is with this monochrome look with the white denim and then the white t-shirt train and then the white Prada pumps that I was making fun of before. But kind of the make or break piece of the outfit is that neck mess that she has by Simone Rocha that actually you can still buy. I think it's still in stock here on Farfetch, but it's just a great statement just to kind of finish off any t-shirt. And that's a great thing for us to remember when we're walking out in something very basic like jeans and a t-shirt, is what can we add to our neckline to really bring the outfit to life and to take it from like normal person to more of like fashion icon. This outfit was one of the many of the next trend coming out of the Devil Wears Prada, which was monochrome. There was so many monochrome looks in this movie. I would say a good third of them were just like straight up monochrome. One of the reasons is because it is so striking to do an all-in-one colored look, especially if you add, like in this example here where there's just all gray, but then there's a lot of texture within the gray in the form of sequins and more embellishment. In this case here with Andy, it's so striking to do all white. I mean, it takes quite a bit of confidence to do all white at any given day just because it's nearly impossible to keep it perfect. It's almost like you attract, like I can go out and wear an all black outfit, not like attract any stains whatsoever. Like I can walk with coffee and, you know, nothing will happen to me. The minute I wear all white, it's like everything happens to me all at once. Let me know if you can relate to that. It's like the same thing with sunglasses. If I have expensive sunglasses, I will lose them in a couple weeks. If I have cheap Amazon ones, literally I will just, I could be on a boat and I could throw them out to sea and then the waves will bring back the sunglasses into my hands. Like that's just how it works. Monochrome is so easy to recreate. You can choose your favorite colors. I will just caution you a little bit on some colors. First is neutral, especially with beige. If you do warm beige versus cool beige, then it can look a little clunky and disjointed because it's not quite vibing in terms of the shades. You want to stay cool palette or warm palette no matter what color you choose. But the other place that you could run into problems is with black. If you're going to do all black, just make sure that if it's not the same shade of black, because there's like 7,000 shades of black, then make sure that you're changing the texture of the blacks so that it looks very deliberate and, you know, like you did it on purpose versus like your blacks didn't match. An easy way to look cheap really quick. And I also have more tips on how to not look cheap in this video. Another fantastic trend in the casual outfits is the tracksuit. The denim tracksuit, so easy, so simple. I just found this really cute one by Spanx that, you know, Spanx, it's gonna be comfortable, it's gonna last forever, and it's going to flatter. So it's a great choice. Number 6 are statement dresses. Wow, the dresses in this film are just beautiful, whether it was Amari's, like kind of like LBD with like the chest nest, I call it. That was lovely, which I have a very similar dress by Anthropologie that is a bestseller. It's really beautiful and comfortable and kind of gives it that vibe, but without the awkwardness of having like a tulle nest around your chest. Biggest dress moment here was this one by Gabriella Hearst, the geometric shape one. Cezanne and Farm Rio have really beautiful, busy patterns like that. So if you're looking to give off that feeling, like very visible and almost like, she almost looked like a Picasso, so pretty. If you're looking to do that, then those brands have really nice dresses that emulate the feeling. As I mentioned earlier, the metallic purple dress. So I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of really beautiful, standout, metallic, like almost like watery dresses that very well because the cut is pretty and very flattering. This is alternatively a couple of really approachable dresses such as this shirt dress where she's has a red vest over it, but it's like another pinstripe moment. I tell you, pinstripes were like dominated this movie. She has a red vest over it just to kind of give it a little bit of structure, but shirt dresses, as we know, have been so trendy for 2026. My favorite shirt dress at the moment is by Quince. It's silk and it's really pretty, super comfortable, flows really well, and it's just a dress that is hard not to wear every day because it feels so good. Number 7 is vests and corsets. I think this is a great way to add structure and interest to a very basic outfit. One standout moment was this one, which is very hard to see, but like she's wearing a white t-shirt, a gold like vest over her shoulders. Very striking, especially against the white t-shirt. Emily in pinstripes, she has that corset with the white button down underneath that looks really striking. Amari is full of moments like these two, where a lot of snatch waist looks that looks really feminine and powerful. It is almost like you have armor over your tops. It's a great way to provide that structure. So the return of these corsets, gilets, vests are very much up and coming. Mango usually makes a wide array of them, whether that is in a knit fashion or even Cezanne. They have like little ties here on the side you can put over your shirts or t-shirts. And if you're looking to recreate specific outfits from the movie, make sure to watch this video where I shared the 10 most wearable outfits that I found yet in the WEARS Prada. I'll see you there. If you had fun with me, make sure to hit the subscribe button.